I'm going to talk about packet number 4, problem number 4. And we have a limit as x approaches 5 of the function x squared minus 25 divided by x minus 5. Now our typical process for evaluating a limit is to just put the value that x is approaching into the function that you have. So if I go ahead and do that, 5 squared is 25 minus 25 over 5 minus 5, which leads to 0 over 0. Now the common error is that people say that the limit is undefined, and that's just not right, okay? What you need to think about is I have a function x squared over 25 divided by x minus 5. Back in your algebra days, your teachers told you that you have a quadratic on the top, and we can factor that quadratic into its linear terms. X squared minus 25 is the difference of squares, so x minus 5 divided times x plus 5 are the linear factors. So I did some algebra. More algebra says that I can divide the x minus 5s out, and that the limit as x approaches 5 now is the same thing as x approaches 5 of x plus 5 is just 10. I've gone ahead and written our limits again and shown the algebra how to solve that limit problem. And we found out the limit of x squared minus 25 divided by x minus 5 as x goes to 5 is 10. I want to show you what that means graphically. So as your algebra teachers indicated, you can do the division as I've indicated up here. Okay, that division is perfectly legal. Now, but what your algebra teachers didn't say when you did this division was that they always said that the division is strictly just the x plus 5. Well, with your knowledge now, I think you recognize that these two functions are not exactly the same. They are almost identical, except for at the point x equal 5, they are different. Because in the first one, I can't put in 5 here because I'd have division by 0. On this problem, on this function right here, I can put in 5 and I get 10. All right? So graphically, for f of x equals x squared minus 25 divided by x minus 5, that graph is a line because you did the division, but it has a hole at 5. Its y value would be 10 if I could put it in and the function was continuous, but I can't put that value in because I can't divide by 0. The function does have a right-hand limit, and it does have a left-hand limit, so the overall limit exists. So the only difference between this function, our x squared minus 25 divided by x minus 5, and our g of x function, the x plus 5, well, the x plus 5, that's a linear function, and I can put in every x value into a linear function, and I would fill in the hole that the other function f of x could not have.